So this is over off and on for since 2002, really to like 2018.
I want to talk about something that's been swirling online lately. This story involving Bishop Charles Ellis III. You might remember him. He was the pastor who caused a stir when Ariana Grande performed at Aretha Franklin's funeral. That moment went viral because his hands ended up in not so ideal places.
I've got to apologize because I have to brush up. My 28-year-old daughter tells me, "Dad, you are old at 60."
What did you do?
When I saw Ariana Grande on the program, I thought that was a new something at Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
Girl, let me give you all your respect. Did y'all enjoy this icon? She's an icon herself. Come on, make her feel loved and great.
It sparked national outrage, and he later apologized, calling it an accident born of over-friendliness. But then, out of nowhere, fresh allegations emerge, this time from a woman claiming to have been his mistress for years. Okay, let's walk through this naturally. Picture me leaning in, wanting to really get into what's happening without sensationalizing it. That funeral hug, he joked about Ariana's name, made a lighthearted comparison to a Taco Bell menu item, then wrapped her in a hug. But cameras caught something that made a lot of people cringe. His hand lingered on her side, creeping up to her chest. Ariana's reaction was subtle but uneasy. He later said he hugs everyone on stage and never meant harm, but at that point, the damage was done. It became part of a much larger conversation, how women are treated in sacred spaces, even when something is labeled friendly. Fast forward 6 years and the story unfolds again, this time with deeper allegations. A woman steps forward calling herself his ex-mistress and details a relationship that reportedly began when she was in her early 20s and he was approaching 50. She describes how he supported her, christened her child, helped her start a business, even sent her cash. She says it began as kindness, mentorship, but became something far more complicated and exploitative over time. She shared bank statements showing money transferred in lump sums, all labeled with his name. In her words, he helped her get sewing equipment, financed a business idea. They spent time together on his boat, at his golf course home, in private moments. And yeah, she admits she knew he was married, but felt cared for. It lifted her life at that time.
On his boat, in his office, his other house on the golf course. Did you get money out of it? Yes. These are my bank statements. Yep. I got other cash apps, mostly cash. He would have me lump sums of cash. He helped me out quite a bit. He actually was the one that helped me start my first business. Poems, pillows, prayers, etc. He gave me the money to get my sewing table and my embroidery machine. So, yeah, I mean, at the inception of the relationship, I was happy. I was on cloud nine. I was like, I got my boyfriend. He got money. He looked good. He smelled good.
This woman says it wasn't love. It was exploitation of my need and brokenness. That line stays with me. It's not just about physical intimacy. It's about emotional dependence. She's turning her experience into her testimony, wanting to help other women see their own value and avoid compromise. Meanwhile, Bishop Ellis remains publicly silent. The church hasn't made a statement yet about these new claims. And hesitancy is clear. Do they deny it? Are they investigating? Right now, the public is left waiting. What's interesting and complex is how she's navigating it all. She's holding on to proof, bank statements, personal messages, photos, intimate history. She acknowledges it wasn't innocent. There was affection, maybe even love, but also secrecy. The relationship spanned years and took place behind closed doors. She describes fear at speaking up, living in a city where things can go badly for whistleblowers. And yet she says God ended it. leaving behind fear, choosing transparency, hoping healing and purpose follow. But here's what really gets me. She says she finally found her voice, not because she wants attention, not because she's bitter, but because she knows there's another woman out there right now sitting in the pews, confused by a late night text from a pastor who calls her daughter on Sunday morning. And she wants that woman to know you're not crazy, you're not alone, and God still loves you.
Okay, so let me respond to you about texts and pictures and things getting together. So this is over off and on since 2002, really, to like 2018. So I have lots of things, pictures and things like that. Like, we didn't take pictures of like intimate things because it was a secretive relationship, and so it wasn't like I was looking to expose him, and of course he wanted to keep things private, so that's that. But I do have bank statements, like he put his name on my account. I don't know if that helps you, but you can see that, Charles H. Ellis III. So that's what this is.
So why come forward now? She says she prayed on it for years, stayed silent. She feared retaliation, fear for her safety. This is Detroit after all, and not everyone who crosses a powerful man walks away untouched. But in her words, God released me from the fear, and now she's using her voice as ministry, not scandal, ministry. She's launched a women's empowerment platform geared toward helping women avoid toxic love, find healing, and rediscover their worth. And whether you believe her or not, that part is hard to be mad at. She's not asking for money. She's not selling a book. She's not trying to go viral. She's just finally free. Meanwhile, Bishop Ellis has remained silent. No press release, no social media response, no comment from Greater Grace Temple, which has thousands of members and a sprawling campus in Detroit, the same church where Aretha Franklin's funeral was held, the same pulpit where spiritual guidance has been preached for decades. And right now, radio silence. That silence is loud because in the church, when something happens, especially involving a leader, we expect accountability, transparency, a pastoral board, a public apology, or at least some statement to acknowledge the pain, even if they deny the details. And maybe he never expected this would come to light. Maybe he thought the past was buried and that her loyalty would keep the secret. But here's the thing about secrets. They rot, especially in the church. And eventually someone speaks up, whether it's through tears, receipts, or raw courage. So I leave you with this. Whether you're a believer or not, this is a wake-up call about power, silence, and the price women pay in male-led institutions. What does healing look like when the person who hurt you was also the one who baptized your child? What does restoration mean when the church never acknowledged your pain? And when will the church finally learn that covering up sin doesn't protect its reputation, it destroys it? And if this hit home for you, if you've ever been in a space where you were afraid to speak up, I just want you to know you're not alone. There's a bigger story being written and your voice matters. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.